Guys, welcome back to my brand new video. This is Shreya and you're watching Shri Creates. So in this video, I'm going to speak about something interesting about me. Like, I mean, uh, it might be interesting for you all also, but then how the topic is like how I study when I feel like quitting, like I'm zero motivated. So, what do I do at that time? So, I'm going to share that story with you and, of course, give you some tips. Not as a tips, but of course, you can take it as a tips. And so, let's start. Like, some days I don't feel like getting motivated, and then I should study. It's not like that. The scene is not that. So, I just open my books, look at the same syllabus, and instantly feel tired. So there are days where I genuinely feel like quitting. I mean, I don't want to open my books, I don't want to study, I just want to chill at that time. But then there are few reasons where I have to study, I have to open my books, right? So, for me, the hardest part isn't studying, like it's just starting at that point, right? My mind keeps saying that what's the point, I'm already behind, others are just doing better than me. And honestly, that overthinking drains more energy than studying ever does. Like, this is the harsh truth, but yeah, that's the main point here. But when I feel like quitting, I don't try to focus on motivation or try to get that motivation at that moment. Instead, I change the perspective of me. I mean, I approach studying in a different way. Like, the first thing I do is lower the bar. I don't tell myself that I'll finish the full chapter or study for us, but that usually that makes me feel overwhelmed. I mean, that makes me full motivated at that moment of time. I simply tell myself just and study for few minutes, like to get that habit, like at that period. So there is no pressure, there is no expectation from that perspective of them. But most of the time, starting small is enough to break that mental resistance. I mean, at that moment you don't know how to focus also, but trying for that few minutes, I think it's valuable also. And the second thing I do is remove decisions. When I'm already tired, deciding what to study, like that feels exhausting. So I don't overthink it. I either open the topic which I already know, or I choose the easiest one which I need not to put more stress on, right? Not the most important, not the most hardest, just the one that it easily flows away and it easily goes into my mind, right? So the third thing is I remind myself this is the most important. Like, I don't need to feel motivated to study. I only need to show up some point that yes, I do I do exist, and I have to put in some efforts so that I literally bit I literally need to bit show up at this time, right? So motivation always comes and goes. Like I say in this every video, but then yeah, that's the truth, right? Motivation always comes and goes. That is lasting for some short period of time, but consistency, right? Consistency is for that point, consistency is very important. If you break that consistency, you are just over it at the moment. So yeah, some days I study with energy and some days I study with zero interest, right? And both days still count for me, right? There are no days where I'm not studying, I have to open my book. I chose that path, right? So yeah. And there are times when after starting I literally get into the flow. And there are days where I never happens, like that never happens at all. I mean, of course, I open my book, I just keep my book open, I stare at those words, I stare at those sentences, I stare at those numericals instead of solving them. But even on those days, I remind myself that doing something is always better than doing nothing. I mean, I don't know how to say this, how many people agree with this, but yeah, like doing nothing is just waste, right? So doing something is better than doing nothing, right? So even a little effort, not even 100%, but at least quarter of that is waiting for that one achievement. So lately I have realized that usually comes from being too hard on myself. I mean, quitting usually feels me that this has to be done with, like, I don't know how to say that, how to express it, but I don't understand. So yeah. So on difficult days I try to be kinder. I don't compare my pace with others, but then I just focus on showing up regularly, right? In whatever capacity I can, but I try to be that. And if you're feeling like this every day, you don't need to that. Just one thing you have to remember, that yes, I need to show up this every day. Instead of having zero interest in it, it's just the matter of showing up every day, right? So you don't have to start a big at that moment. Just take the same topic which you know already, at least some few words, you just hear it down. That's enough. So these were some points I really want to share with you all. I wanted to share with you, of course. But yeah, I hope you found this video really helpful, and see you in the next video. If you want more such videos, please do subscribe to my channel. And yeah, thank you.